Hi Darkroom Core users, Eugene here with Darkroom Software. In this quick video I want to go over how you would use a receipt printer and barcode scanner for image retrieval. This works well in a networked environment, but this can also be used in a standalone environment as well. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and head over here to my little printing cart. So what we'll do is go ahead and just capture an image real quick. And what this allows us to do is it allows the operator to work independently from the photographer. The photographer is doing their own thing, and they take a picture. It will auto print the receipt, and they would hand this to the customer. And whenever the customer is ready to see their image or make a purchase, they just hand this to your cashier, operator, or printer, all the same person in this scenario. You click F2 to do a search, and then you scan the image and it pulls up your image, and at that point you would order your prints and then place the order. So let's go ahead and switch back over to the other computer so we kind of see how this is all set up. Okay, so here we are back in my computer. Before we get too deep into this rabbit hole, one of the things I want to suggest is if you're watching this video, and really for any of the videos, if you're watching it on YouTube, I would recommend going to darkroomsupport.com. These videos are uploaded to YouTube, so they're hosted on YouTube, so we can load them to our support page. And the reason for that is we are able to add additional information. For this one specifically, I'll have a link to a couple templates, and that actually brings me to the next topic. I'll have a link to the font that we're using. The font that we're talking about is code 3 of 9, or code 39. So if we type in some numbers, we can change it to code 39 font, and it becomes a barcode. And this is what the barcode reader can scan. Now it's important anytime you use a barcode to add an asterisk before and after the barcode, so it knows where the barcode begins and ends. Let's look at the template that we were using just a little bit earlier. And I should have this template available for download from our support page. So when we double click on this and change it to something that we can read, we can see that the beginning and end markers have an asterisk, and once again that's for the barcode reader to know this is where the barcode ends and begins. And then we have the same thing for Darkroom to know where special text ends and begins. We're using the asterisk. Anytime you add special text, you'll notice that adds the percent sign. I'm sorry. And it's really important in this specific case. Let's go ahead and just delete that and kind of build it from scratch. We're going to use file name short, and that will drop the extension, or the dot extension. You want to remove that, and we're going to put our asterisks at the beginning and end, and there we go. Whoops. I'll need to change it back to the barcode font. So here I've added the same thing, but in something that's legible to people. And then the photo one right here is not so important, but the thing is you do want to add something that you can read just in case for some reason the barcode fails or the barcode reader fails, that you can still manually see what is in that barcode. So let's go to another example. That one was based off of a 3x5 print. Here is an example on an 8.5 by 11. Essentially the same thing. This is where the photo 1 dot comes in really handy by being strict with the code you're using. You can say specifically look at this photo for your data, and this one says look at this photo, so that they're not all pulling information from photo 1. But this is based off a 8.5 by 11, so you can do the same thing without a receipt printer. you can use a inkjet printer or a laser printer and do your order forms. Let's go ahead and we'll look at the actual printer setup so we can, this is how the print knows to send a 3x5 to this printer and only this printer. This printer is set to accept 3x5, and so if I send a 4x6, it will not make it to this because it's not allowed. And the same thing that I don't have 3x5 enabled on my Fuji, so it won't send accidentally to that printer. So when you're pulling up or scanning the barcode, you'll want to click F2 to pull up the Find Photos menu. And once again, you can type in type in the file name 7266, and it'll pull up the image. So you don't have to actually use a barcode scanner. And like I said before, you don't have to have a receipt printer. You can use a letter printer or any printer. The reason why you might want to use a receipt printer would be because even though it might be more expensive on the front end, on the actual back end, the print cost per print is a little bit cheaper than a laser or a letter printer. And one more small suggestion about using barcodes: make sure that you use short file names without special characters. If we go to capture options and file name options, you'll want to make sure that you keep this as short as possible, because those that text needs to be pretty large in order to be seen and read. So the larger it is, the possibilities of it going outside of the bounding box for the text box are more likely. So it's a good idea to make sure you remove special characters, use only capital letters and numbers in your barcode, and that should lead to success with using a barcode printer and scanner. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much for watching.